is Courtney. This is my Session 4 assignment for CCU's Introduction to the Old Testament course. This is for Session 4's video vlog. In this video, I'll be talking about two themes in the Old Testament that I find the most interesting, where you can find those two themes, and why those two themes are important on their own. First, the two themes that I've chosen are creation and the greatness of Yahweh. We'll begin with creation. Creation sets the tone for everything. So this is where we're introduced to the omnipotent Yahweh. We see that he created the world, and one of those days that he created the world, he created human beings, and this is important because, he breathes the life into us. And so this is important because it shows us that we are different from the rest of God's creation. We were created in the image of him. And so that beginning in Genesis where God does that, it's like, oh, okay, this is why we're given this and not like everything else that's around us. So it sets the tone, or it sets the scene for why everything that we are aware of exists, and why we exist, and why we are different. So let's go to where creation, the theme of creation, can be found throughout the Old Testament. It can be found in Genesis 1 and 2, Isaiah 40, 12 through 15, Psalm 23, Psalm 84, 4, Psalm 104, Proverbs 30, 18 through 19, and Deuteronomy 11, 13 through 17. Let's read Genesis 2, 7. And the Lord God formed a man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. This is the King James Version. So this explains how God created man and how he breathed life into us, and why that is important. He created this. It explains like how he creates things from his creation. Does that make sense? Like, he created us from something he had already created. So it's kind of like, it shows the relationship that he has with his creation, because he's continuously working with his creation. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes God uses his creation to combat the sinful nature of his creation. So let's look at Deuteronomy 11, 13 through 14. So if you faithfully obey the commands I am giving you today, to love the Lord your God and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, then I will send rain on your land in its seasons, both autumn and spring rains, so that you may gather in your grain new wine and olive oil. So here we see that God uses the universe or nature to like combat, or to kind of not control, but to like use against humans, because we are sinful in nature. And so he's saying if you believe in me, I will bring down the rains in spring and fall. But if you don't, then welcome nothing but rain. It makes you think about natural disasters in kind of a different way. I don't know. So let's talk about the importance of creation. Creation shows us that Yahweh begins all that we know. Without the theme of creation, not just the beginning of everything along with the covenants that Yahweh sets in place, which I'll talk more about in part 3 to this video. The story of the Bible would be extremely confusing without creation. You know, you don't want to open a book and then everything just kind of be laid out straight away, you know, and you don't really understand like how everything got there. And so the theme of creation helps us to understand, well, how things were created. And so that's important because as humans, we need to understand that in order to be kind of interested in the thing, interested in the the Bible. I mean, without an understanding of the Bible and how it started and how the universe was started, we'd be very, very confused, or at least I would be. And so that is one of the reasons why it's so important. Okay, now we'll talk about the greatness of Yahweh. I believe this is one of the most important themes that is throughout the Bible, because without knowing the greatness of God, we kind of don't have that division of why or how God is different from us. Does that make sense? So the theme of greatness, the theme of the greatness of Yahweh can be found in the Old Testament in Numbers 23:19, Deuteronomy 7:9, 1 Samuel 12:22, Jeremiah 10:6. Let's read Deuteronomy 7:9. Know therefore that the Lord your God is God. He is the faithful God, keeping his covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who love and keep his commandments. So this verse explains how Yahweh keeps his promises to his people. That's greatness. That is showing that he is always there for his creation. He's always there for his people. And if we weren't aware of that, then we'd be like, okay, what's the point? And so, without knowing what sets us apart from him, without knowing his greatness, we wouldn't understand how he is above us, I suppose. And also, it's important because it strengthens our relationship with him. And so knowing that his greatness is always there, knowing that he always loves us, is always there for us, really strengthens that relationship, because you don't want someone who's, you're not likely to believe in something that states, I'll be there for you sometimes, You want something that's consistent. So that is the importance of the greatness of Yahweh. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for part 3, where I'll explain how both of these themes are implicated throughout the storyline of the Old Testament. Thank you for watching.